Let's continue to play where we left off from my live stream yesterday. Courtroom is now in session for the trial of Miss Amy Frey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Frey, was at the scene of the crime. Prosecution has evidence she committed the murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. Prosecution says no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Miss Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If I may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls for Chief Officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective in the homicide down at the precinct. Detective Gumshoe? Please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by the window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt force object, sir. Murder weapon was a statue of a thinker, found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even for a girl's head, so... The court accepts the statue in evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to court record. Floor plans, the murder scene of Frey and Co. Law Office. Now, detective. Yes, sir? You immediately arrested Maya Frey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I heard evidence. She did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe? Please testify to the court about this heard evidence. Testify. As soon as the phone call, I rushed to the scene. There was two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya May, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why, we had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss May Frey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single discretion in this testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked a lot of times. I should have explained Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Let's give it a try. Something matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. Cross-examination! As soon as I got the phone call, I rushed to the scene. Who did you say you got the call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb, you know who. Call was from the customer at the rental right across from the crime scene. Okay. I pressed, not sure it did much though. Right, please continue. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss May, and the lawyer, Wright. Yes. Immediately arrested Miss Frey. Why is that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness describing her. The witness saw Maya Frey at the very moment of the murder. I can't see a single contradiction here. I just have to take Maya's evidence and press on. As soon as I got a phone call, I went to the scene. There was two people already, the defendant and the lawyer. I immediately arrested Mr. Frey. We had a witness describing her. Hold on, just this 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you've heard evidence. You had hard evidence. She did it, correct? Did I? I said that? Me? I heard you say it. So did I. You did say it. Exactly. What is this suspicious woman's pink claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she's sure isn't pink, pal. She sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of the things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor. There is something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Witness testimony! Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene from the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examining, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence in the first place? I know I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Hard evidence. Again, after searching the suspect, I examined the scene with my own eyes. After searching the suspect? You didn't search the suspect at all. And did you find any evidence? Don't jump the gun, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the evidence. Victim's body. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean it's the victim who wrote it. Oh, then who did write the smarty pants? Who? Wow, this one is weird. The killer, of course. Miss May, of course. I don't want to do that. The killer, anyone can see that. You're saying the killer wrote her own name on the body? She was framed. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Hey, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on the memo you found. Oh, it's Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab results show that the blood showed that blood was on the victims. Also, there was blood found on the finger. Before she did, the victim wrote her killer's name. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction somewhere. Let's find it. After searching the suspect, I examined the scene with my own eyes. I found the memo written on the piece of paper next to the body, where it says Maya, clearly in blood. Lab results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, the blood found on the victim's finger. On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Nice try. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting there. Before she died, she wrote the victim's name. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify with me here. You say the victim, Maya Frey, wrote this note. That was accusing the defendant, Maya Frey. That's really what you're saying. What? This wasn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Gosh, I should have played this continuous yesterday. Of course, she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards. The victim is the only person who obviously could not have written it. This report from the department detective. Immediate death upon blow. He died immediately. But... oh, butting your way out of this one, detective. Order, order. The defendant has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? What, when? Date of the murder. I'm pretty sure it was the day of the murder. You're wrong, pal. We didn't write the autopsy report. Oh, right. Prosecution has a point. This is why I should have. That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? The second autopsy report was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate, due to the blow with the blunt object. But the previous possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write my, that is all. I see. Damn you, Edwards. I should have known you have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? You're ashamed. The detective's ashamed. Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you. Handing out the wrong report like that? I'm sorry, sir. You're at fault, detective. This isn't going to look good on your next evaluation next month. What? Your Honor, I submitted this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was definitely, indefinitely the killer. I suppose that's obvious conclusion here. Damn, that's not good. Darn, that's not good. Prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. With her own eyes. Let witness Miss April May take the stand. Exactly the part of her is innocent. What part of her is innocent? Oh my word. Wow, that is not court of attire. Witness, your name, please. April May. At your service, wink. Order in production should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from Wanton winking. Oh, I'm sorry, Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the hearts of every man in the courtroom. Tell us, where were you at the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like in my hotel room. Hehe. I checked in right after lunch. Okay. And this whole hotel is directly across from the Franco office. That's right. Okay. Please testify in the court about what you saw. It was like 9 at night. I looked out window, you know, and then I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the Mousley girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman like dodged to one side and ran away. But the girl, she caught up with her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy wink. Well, Your Honor, I see it's a remarkable testimony. I didn't see a need to trouble the witness. But wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about the cross-examination? I thought the witness testimony just now was quite firm, don't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Frey's understudy. Where were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm going. Yes, I'm doing it. I'm gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have feeling Edwards didn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Well, you can begin the cross-reference. Cross-reference, or cross-examination. It was like 9 at night when I looked out the window, y'all. Why did you do that? Why? Like, what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What's that? She can't get out this question that easily. I sort of know. I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press on a little harder. Press a little harder on this one. Go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Oh. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needing her with her trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him. Or the poor girl. Order, Mr. Wright. You have witness. You have been warned. Poor girl? What about me? Poor me. You looked out the window. What did you see? Then I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The woman with long hair was Maya Frey. Slender, sort of, well, some people might say pretty, if That's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? The person attacking her was the Mosley girl sitting in a defendant chair. How did you know she was the defendant? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique woman with these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the crime scene, with the short, girlish figure. Testimony's bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Question testimony. Hold on, wait a minute. This testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you saw nothing. You're lying. You're telling the truth. You're telling the truth. Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what's the meaning of this? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Frey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert in fashion, but a Haribo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But still, we don't know if she was dressed this way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. Why did you say that, Miss May? Or, what are you trying to say to me? You mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the terrifying little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Wink. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn. I almost had it. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and then ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with the weapon. I did. That's the clock. The kind of statue clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report settle your tee-hee? You tee-hee? Oh, no, it doesn't. How did you know it was a clock in the first place? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin your cross-examination. Witness examination. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged first attack and ran off. The girl in the hippie clothing ran after her and hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, the kind of statue. Clock? Didn't that come in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I had a feeling I'm on to something. Yes, I guess I need to present Murder weapon. Looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock.
Objection!
Miss May. What you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said the statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position was your recent position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was the clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all. That's not important here. The defendant's trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your questions, Mr. Wright? But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I have caught murders with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. That was close. If he stopped me, the trial would have been over. What? So what happens now? What happens now is, you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it. Yes, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Franco. No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. Hee. The law office and where the murder took place is very close to the hotel. She could have easily heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. She couldn't have heard it. You were in the hotel. There's no way you could have heard the clock go off in the building next door. You have proof that she couldn't? Autonomous. Amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. White. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without you, there's nothing. Then I would have liked to pose to test to see if she really could heard it. President denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivia matter. There's no direct warring on course. Indeed. Objection sustained. Damn. Time to switch directions quick. Ready to proceed? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... it couldn't have rang. There we go. Your Honors, members of the court. It's inconceivable that the clock would have rang. It's empty. Batteries are dead. It's empty. The clock was missing the clockwork. Your Honor, you could have possibly... just take a look right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defendant says. The clock is missing the clockwork. Quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May. Tis. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knows the clock was empty somehow. He knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock was empty, as you say, it couldn't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? It was after the witness heard the clock when there was no construction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that exactly happened, Your Honor. Well, Your Honor, that's right. Can you prove when this clockwork was removed? Possible, of course. I have the proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh, you have a girly phone. But this is my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. The recording of the conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone? That wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. Grumble. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you? If you could. Yeah, I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. It's not working. It's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor. I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time she was recorded. Which is why before the witness even arrived to the hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? But, well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. That store was that again? Oh, I go so many times. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So the witness has seen it before. But That would make sense. Does that defense have an objection? Yes, because they were handmade. Witness claims had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Let's provide the evidence that will... It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse me. Not on sale today? Oh, whatever that is. Oh, hearts upside down. And... chest throbbing. Okay. What's it to you? Pumpkin head. That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it. And she should die for it. Whoa. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Ugh. Oh, silly me. God. Did I, lose it? I guess I did, teehee. Wink. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Okay, dear. Does the defense have any opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you know the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. You had heard about it. The witness never held the clock in her hands. However, she heard it was a clock. What? She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There was no way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving the witness had heard the murder with a clock. Have a look at this. Found this in Maya's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court, what is this? Miss April May, you were tapping the victim Miss Maya Faye's phone, were you? This is irrelevant. It's not entirely sure that this is objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense clearly claim the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if it was the case, which is not, you still have to have proof of one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. Proof the victim said on the phone that the victim presented the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen it. listen to once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Bite! Maya, what's up? I haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on for me. Again, what's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like the statue, the thinker, and it tells the time. It's April, May. You used the wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. It's no fair. All this ganging up on me like that. Oh, I'm so glad, bad girl. This is it. That's it. Oh, wah. What did it? The court seen real. That did it. The court seen the real Miss May. Now, how to deal with the final blow. Why did you wiretap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't there a murder trial? Isn't tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While the court does condone the defense tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with the murder, even through her tapped phone? I like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You are probably thinking I like to see her pull that off. That isn't you. Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who thought that, and of course, I can and will. You can't be serious. Why? Why, I say why, and I assume, I'm serious. Wow, I just had a stroke there for a little bit. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why? That's just when I was getting room service from the sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quickly, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee. Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Wink. The witness was not on scene at the time of the murder. So where does this leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Testimony stands. She saw the defendant Merrifield commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, let's think of something. Call the bellboy as a witness. Continue. Call the bellboy as a witness. The defendant would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already. I object. Calling the bellboy? Why? What's your reason? Because I hold the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Okay. If Miss May and Albie is not called into question after you're examined, if Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after your examination, the bellboy, then you'll recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty of Miss May. That is my condition. What? I'm better off find something suspicious in the bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, May will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Accept the conditions. Right, I got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood, accept your conditions. Cool. You fell right into my trap. Oh no. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe you're ready for a witness testify. He clearly does look like the bellboy. Oh, that was him. Yes, sir. I received the summons in the middle of work, sure. I'm happy to be of service. The tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin a testimony. Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from the guest Miss May. She asked for iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. That's weird. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I hope. This is it. If I can prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. Cross-examination. I heard the bellboy. I'm the head bellboy. Okay. This evening, she asked for ice, and I brought it on the dot. 9 on the dot, sir. Brought it her previously requested time, of course. Precisely. delivered the iced coffee to our guest herself. Are you sure it was Miss April May herself? So, lately, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an interrupting of mine. How come you're very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, flavored me with, unembarrassing, sir. Embarrasser. Embracer. Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More like a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was memorially swept by my prime demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget. That must be fishing to me. I think Miss May up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. I had delivered the ice to her myself. And the bellboy's reason to lie, but I have to find up in your testimony. One more time of press. Okay. I heard the bellboy. Rations. I believe shrimpers of 8. I asked for the iced coffee to be brought around 9 on the dot. I brought it to her to physically respond to time. And deliver the iced coffee directly to Miss May. The evidence killer reveals the conviction in your statement, Honor. Exactly, what's the evidence statement here related to? They aren't there. They aren't. Are there? Fudge. Not at all. Back so. Dang! What is it? I don't think you won any points, Judge. I'm missing something here. Okay, I got this. I gotta. What exactly is it to you to do at the hotel? By anything required of me, sir. I can check in guests, check out guests, clean rooms, make beds, and even deliver room service, sir. I checked Miss May in personally. You are always so prime, Mr. Wright. You will remain from asking furious questions. Oh, good. There's nothing there. Tisk. Finally, you understand. The bellboy is absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any dignity, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest. Wait. Please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This cascade of justice has gone way too long. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question you'll ask. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I have to ask? Room service. Tell me again about the room service. Again, sir. Exactly 9. I delivered the room in Miss May at room 133. The guest had requested iced coffee, $18 and change, as I recall. I see. $18, doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know, and we didn't skip on the ice, sir. What did you say? What did you say? Or rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you are normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite indeed. It was a good bastard. I pushed the button too fast. He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oof. You fool. I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into the twin room with a man. Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's important the judge and the defendant. Wouldn't you agree? I've heard. And who, Mr. Wright, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple, is it? The man with Miss April May. The man who checked in with Miss April May. Your Honor, as I've been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapped by the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy who saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. What a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'll like that if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of another man from the court. Oof. Setups, amateur. This accusations are ludicrous. Enough. Court acknowledges that the defense arrangement. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. And I understood. Yes, gasp, Your Honor. This is all for today for the trial of Miss Frey. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2024. District Court. Mr. Wright, you're amazing out there. Really? I think I might be the newest fan. Oh, I was doing my job, you know, hehe. Then again, the other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his wide eye and trembling lips. It sent shivers down my spine, if you say so. So, what happens with me now? Do I get to go home now? Well, no. I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May? He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably in detention center right now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he's the one who done it? Maybe so. Yes. Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for the full report. Of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. Miss May's testimony was added to the court record. I don't know... What does it say? Victim dodged the attack and ran right, but she was caught and struck. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in the detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. And this is where I am going to end this episode. There we go. This is where I'm going to be ending this episode. That actually took longer than I thought. An hour and 13 minutes, around there. There's most likely going to be some cut downs. It'll most likely be about an hour, because, yeah. But, yes, we will continue this later. Yeah, have a good one, and bye.